Welcome back to East Maitland Bowling Club for the 2024 National Bowling Arm Championships. We're coming to you with round 5 on day 3, a fours match between Tasmania and Queensland. Do hope you're enjoying this broadcast through the Bowls New South Wales Facebook and YouTube accounts. He nearly picked it up. They only get one trial end. Skipper there, I think he was in the mode of having two. I'll just give you an update. After 2 days of competition, Victoria at the top of the table on 85 points. Queensland second on 65. The Woomera's on 60. Western Australia 46. Tasmania 34. South Australia 25. Plenty of points available. 6 disciplines being played this morning. 3 singles, 3 fours. And then the clash this afternoon will be 3 pairs and 3 triples. 6 games in each of the sessions between the states. Each state plays the other state once a day. So today is all Tasmania, Queensland. On green 1, the Woomeras are playing Victoria. And South Australia playing Western Australia on green 2. The Tasmanians are lining up with Brad Halley, John Burley, David Sims and Peter Thow, whereas Queensland, Michael Clarke, Graeme, Wally, Schmidt and Sam Granata. John Burley on that now for Tasmania. He's using an XG. A little bit quick there. We have seen that side of the green, particularly coming back towards the clubhouse as they are now, just has a little bit of a tight run. Don't really want to get outside the blue centre line. You can just faintly see marked about where this bowl's coming in now. Could get the edge and get a nice little run. Probably just a bit quick with that one. Really do want to use a nice tight line down to the jack. This one, pretty well pointed. Comes down to his speed. That was a perfect grass. Just going to pull up a little bit on the shy side. Pink bowls also Tasmania's, and the others the grey-green edge is Michael Clarke, and the blue speckled arrow from the thirds is Graeme from Queensland. Wally Schmidt on the mat now for Queensland. He's using an Allmark edge, which is a sort of a bluey, purpley, speckled storm coloured bowl. Hoping they go as well as the Melbourne Storm are in the National Rugby League. David Sims on a very good line here, can turn his own bowl up. Oh, he's just got the edge and run out. A little unlucky. David's using a green and yellow arrow. So if you are tuning in for the first time, every player in this event is using some form of artificial device to deliver the jack and bowl, deliver the bowl at least, in line with the Bowls Australia artificial devices policy, but the conditions of play for this event require them to use the arm for every delivery of the bowls. Very keenly contested event. It's pretty well pointed from David Sims. Just going to slide underneath. Comes back to a good home. And we have been out and had a word with the players and told them our usual spiel that they're not allowed to kick, bite, fight, scratch, no head-high tackles. Told them they could swear all they liked because we don't have microphones out on the green. But most importantly, told them I'd comment on how big their bums were if they stood in front of the camera. Some of the blokes agreed. They said they have pretty big bums and they would block the camera too much. So they will be trying to remember that. Well, Sam Granata for Queensland. The maroon Greenmaster Power. Just a bit wide on that side of the green. Peter Thow. Well, if you're an AFL fan, they are Hawks bowls. Have the Hawks logo on them. Very distinctive brown on the outside and yellow speckled on the running surface. Perfectly grassed, just a fraction short on the weight. Do have to say a big shout out for the hospitality shown by East Maitland Bowling Club. The guys in the bowls office, Bobby Smith, Rod Darcy and Hayden Bukowski. Been fantastic. Well, Sam's got the edge and run in, but still a good path there for Peter Thow. Just outside his own bowl, sit the shot. I think he'd make 3 shots. He's got that nice tight line, wants it to just break back enough to get inside that last bowl. Just going to run into it. So 1 to Queensland to open up the scoring. And I'm just going to change our scoreboard over to match what's on the rink scoreboard, just so I don't get confused. Because I'm not really sure who the home side is. I set these scoreboards up, and Murphy, being an optimist, I don't have them on the right side all that often to match what's on the scoreboard on the rink. A little bit short looking on this length, Michael Clarke. And for all the Blues fans, it is not Michael Clarke of Marylands. Different Michael Clarke. And players not quite got their range coming this direction. Let's try adjusting couple of settings, see if we can get that a little bit brighter. Don't know if we can. A little bit of sunshine right on the jack, just making it a little difficult for our cameras. Well, unfortunately, just didn't stop responding for a sec. Overcome that little glitch straight away. I'm sorry, I can't get that any better. Another good shot coming in for Queensland. You can just see the maroon stickers on those bowls. John Burley now. Going to come crashing into the Queensland bowl and push it in. The Maroons will be holding, well, it could be up to 4 shots at the moment. A little unfortunate for John. Wally Schmidt now looking to add to the count. Just wants it to come in. He's got back to the tee. Could well be in the count anyway. So David Sims. Oh. I don't know if it'll quite get back from that. He's taken a bit of a high line. His weight was very good. Wally with his second bowl on this end. Fairly tight line. He's probably a little under what was required. And the weight's not quite there either. Oh, probably just out of the count. Tassie, a little bit wild on this end so far. Just opened the opportunity up for the Queenslanders to grab the advantage. This looks a better line from David Sims. If he's got the same weight, this will be taking a bit of pain out of this situation. He's just dropped that weight off a little bit, and it's still probably 4 or 5 shots to Queensland as this head stands. The skipper's out to take their bowls into the head now. Players reminding each other to stand outside the camera range as much as possible. Sam Granata Well, he's going to play the forehand side. Don't mind this at all. There's a little bit of traffic there, but mostly his own, so he shouldn't be rolling his own bowls towards the head on this side of the green. Keeps that tightish line. They're all his on the way in. Yep, there his own bowls coming up. Definitely brought that one into the count. Sat on the line. Holding. I've got a feeling that those 6 at the front all count, and the pine at the back possibly does as well. So a little bit of pressure here for Peter Thow. And he's just given this a real push. Going to go right to the back, so no change with that bowl. Well, Sam, not sure, he might be drawing for 8th shot here. Well, as long as it gets past the Tassie bowls, I'd say that one's in the count as well. Just a case of whether the back one is in or out. Last bowl of the head coming in. Like title line from Peter. Just needs to crash on something. This is going to be a huge save. Well, I think he's cut it back to just the one shot. I think that is a wonderful save. They're not going to tell me. I think he's just saved 7. Well, you want your skipper to stand up, and he's done it there. Probably not an elegant way to do it, but he's effective. Shows on the scoreboard. Well, our seconds are just going to put the scores up now. 2 ends played. Michael Clarke for Queensland has played the ditch side of the green a bit wider. Brad Halley's gone the narrower non-ditch side. Both left their first bowl a little bit on the short side. A little bit of correction for Brad. Sorry, for Michael. That one is the shot. Still a foot or so. Brad, however, he's got a second attempt. I think he's just got a little bit wide on that side of the green. In the last couple of days, if you get outside that blue line, you're not going to come back quickly enough to draw the shot. I do think, especially while the shadow's on the green, the ditch side might be a bit kinder coming back towards the clubhouse. We did hear Clay Parker, who has played a bit of bowls on these greens. On this rink, he'd be quite happy to play forehand round the clock. A bit unusual to play both sides of the green, but find which is the kindest line. One will be in as well. On Burley. He's gone out past that blue line. It's just going to hold its line down, join his teammate's bowl. Graeme playing his second bowl. Looking just to draw past his own in to get down to the jack. Wants it to miss that one. A little slide, not too bad. It'll be in for a count. There's a nice tight line down to the jack there. You can see Peter Thow indicating that to David Sims. Keep it tight. You've got a couple of bowls to rest on. Misses that. He's going to be a fair chance to come back to the second shot at least. Certainly their closest. Good effort. And he's calling Wally to draw through their own bowls. Well, he's just not quite sent that one enough. Does block it a little bit, but there still is a path through that gap. Just want to keep it 30 centimetres or so of grass just over the draw. Will hold if you put any weight on it at all. Wants to sneak under that one. Well, he's just going to run through the gate. That's the danger, that you're going to push it a little bit trying to play through ahead. Chance Wally to add another one to this count. Just trying to draw through their own bowls. Good thing here is if they just push it a little bit, they're going to finish behind. And he's just not quite set it. I think he'd be just trying the same shot again. Just try to get a little bit more luck. You want the jack or bowl. There is a big gap there. He already played one that was pretty good on that line, did David Sims. Taking a little bit of weight off. Just going to crash on the Queensland bowl. Does open that hole up again, though. Just wonder whether the Queenslanders now would be tempted to play underneath their own shorter bowls. Play the forehand. Just play a yard or so of weight. You can turn your own up, but if you come underneath, just sit that white bowl through. You bring in a whole heap of bowls into the count. And just make it a bit harder. Hello, Anne Seymour. Yes, I have been enjoying this week at East Maitland. Always good to be out and about at bowls events. Some wonderful people at every club. This one's no different. Been great to catch up with a few people who enjoy a good time at the bowls. Sam Granata, he was trying to play that weight. He's just somewhat overplayed that. Chance for Peter Thow. Great save on the last end. I reckon he cut 7 shots out. I reckon he was, if not 8 down, 7 down. Cut it back to 1. Wants that just to sneak under there. Well, he's got the edge. That's the second shot. That's very good. Does mean that the Maroons have only got a draw shot open to them now. I'm a bit cautious on the line there. Might have been trying to cover the bowls at the back, but that's two Queensland bowls there, so bit of Thow. I think really it's just a case of try and draw one. Look, if you're a little bit over, only within 20 centimetres or so, you'll trail the jack. Get a couple. So we have just joined us. We are streaming the National Bowling Arm Championships. There's a side from each of the states, or 6 of the states here, playing round robin format. They're playing singles and fours right now. This afternoon the same states will be playing against each other, but we'll switch to pairs and triples. And every player must play with their bowling arm. We're up to round 5 here on day 3. And we're watching Tasmania up against Queensland in the fours discipline. We do have South Australia taking on Western Australia, and the New South Wales Wanderers are playing Victoria at the moment. We'll be bringing you all 10 rounds, or a game from all 10 rounds. We get a week off from Bowls New South Wales streams next week, but the week after, as Michael Clarke for Queensland plays an absolute bomb. But 2 weeks from today, we'll be streaming from Dubbo for the International Fours, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 2 weeks' time. And then in October, we have 2 streams coming to you from Yamba. We're bringing you their Classic Pairs tournament, and then at the end of October is the Bowls New South Wales State Over 40s finals. And we'll be streaming 3 sectional games on Saturday and 2 on Sunday, the 26th, 27th of October, I believe the dates are, whatever, Saturday, Sunday. Some cracking games lined up there, and you'll be able to see the draws for those on the Bowls New South Wales BowlsLink results portal. Links are available through the Bowls New South Wales website. There's an article on our homepage advertising the state finals and the qualifiers from who managed to get their way through the state finals through last weekend's events. We'll see the Tassie Devil attached to the hat behind the players at the moment. Be quite heavy on your head, that would. If you can, just up the head end.
Just the head end?
Yeah. I'm not streaming. I'm not taking the pictures from behind.
Oh yeah, why would you want the ass?
Oh. The pink arrow, Brad Halley, nicely in there next to Michael Clarke's edge. I think Queensland just holding the shot with that one. Wally now on the mat, trying to add to Queensland's count. A little bit of danger here. Doesn't want to make heavy contact with his own bowl. It's probably why he's just pulled up a little bit short. And Tassies, they'll play that backhand side as well. Can draw through the shot bowl. Try and just get a little bit of contact on it, turn it through. A bit of contact would potentially make a couple, and he's not too far away with this. Can also just flop off his own. Oh, it's a great effort. Just no luck there. Still 1 to Queensland. Oh, Sam Granata looking for a little bit of cover there, thinking that contact on the outside of the Queensland bowl will kick the jack across. Really want to be confident to get one in there. And this one, it's a good effort. Just going to pull up a little bit on the short side. That shot's still available for David Sims, the Tasmanian third. Reach up through that head, just with a little bit of weight. Just want to turn the Queensland bowl. A little bit of contact on the jack's not going to hurt them. Just going to slide past and finish. Very good weight. Stays up, it's in a great position, but it's just run on. As they cross over, if you're a Bowls New South Wales player, must be eligible to play for New South Wales. For this one, the state mixed pairs qualifying entries now open. And qualifying, all the details on the Bowls New South Wales website, BowlsNSW.com.au. It qualifies in every region of New South Wales. 32 mixed pairs teams will qualify to contest the state finals in Ballina in March next year. Always interesting. You had a great mix of people involved in that event. Had some outstanding performances from juniors in that event for the last couple of years. Shelby Powell partnered our Bodge here, Hayden Boykovsky, to be runners-up last year. And the year before, the runners-up Young pair from Roman Terrace. Brandon Stokes, the skip, was only just out of juniors. Zoe Nichols, I think it was the lead, so done very well. Oh, Peter Thow, he was in attacking line there, trying to get just through to rip the Queensland bowl out. The Queenslanders, they might try and get some contact on this jack anyway. They want to turn it back, bring their own bowls in and just make it that bit harder for Peter to play that attacking bowl here. And Granata. So what he's trying to do is get right down to his own shot bowl. And he's just not given that the confidence he needed. Has made it a little bit harder for Peter Thow now, though. That hole being blocked up. Got to be a little careful. Can play to just turn the shot bowl through. If he gets the outside edge and pushes it on, could make extra shots down. 3-0 down after 3 ends. It's not panic stations. A little bit on the tight side here. Well, I think he's turned another one in there. See that scoreboard updated. Michael Clarke, the Queensland lead. Decent line on this direction. Do you think that wider hand might be just a little bit kinder and easier to master than the tight hand? Just a little more percentage in playing that side of the green. Brad Halley. No, he's going to play the narrower hand. He's just touching the edge of that blue line, so that's not a bad direction at all. Just going to drop that little bit short. John Burley, Tasmanian second. He'll play the wider hand. Just looking for a nice draw in there. There's a couple of paths. We just got a little too much on this. Well, good effort from Graeme. He's just gone a little past, but in a good home. John Burley just drops a couple of yards of weight. It'll be spectacular. Wants this to come in. Gets a dip of the lid from his skipper, Peter Thow. I think he's drawn shot. It's been fairly tight on the scoreline with just 5 shots scored in 4 ends, but it's been all Queensland. And the Queenslanders have held multiples a couple of times. Peter's saved the bacon. Well, a couple of times he's cut it down a few. One particular, I reckon he saved 7 shots on the second end. And if it wasn't 7 save, it was definitely 6. Oh, wants it to push it up hard or miss, and it's just going to get the glancing blow. Didn't want the glance. Pretty well pointed. Got the trail, and that's brought a bit of a change. Shot, 1 shot for sure to Queensland. Could possibly be a few more than that as well. The white and green bowl to the back is John Burley's, the second from Tasmania. 2 bowls near the Jack Queensland. One's just immediately short. And the third one back is David Sims. Could be a couple to Queensland. Peter Thow. 1, maybe 2 down. Trying to play under the pink bowl and down to the jack. His own bowl coming up. Wouldn't mind a big push on it. Hasn't quite got that thump he needed. Two bowls remaining on this fifth end. Sam Granata just trying to draw round those shortish bowls to draw another shot. His line was immaculate. Just needed another 50 centimetres or so. Well, the indication there, we will see. Effort to punch through the head here and push out the Queensland bowls. Tough shot. Crunched on the short ones. More shots to Queensland. 2 in fact, so they'll go out to a 7-0 lead after 5 ends. Oh, it's not too conceded as yet. They're going to measure. I believe that was actually 2. Clarke, the Queensland lead. This is to keep running. And it has very well played opening bowl. Halley now to deliver for Tasmania. Fairly well pointed. It's just going to go round the shot bowl. Oh, it's just got the edge. Would have been close to drawing it. Right, we just have a slight break in commentary. Well, a couple of questions in on the Facebook feed. Well, I just ducked off for 1 second. There is no minimum age for this event. Only requirement is you use a bowler's arm. And you won't be hearing much noise from the players because there are no microphones out in the green for our setup at the moment. Only microphones are here in our commentary position, which is behind the glass window you can see at the back of the rink. So a good 4 metres behind the back of the green. You're not even going to see if I wave over the top of the monitors. Tassie attacking, got rid of one. Because the bowling arms in use are required to be one of the models that are approved by Bowls Australia. The arms are approved. As a means of regulating to make sure that they meet some engineering principles and are not going to damage greens. Of course, the bowler's arm is designed so that the people who have some sort of physical impairment and are unable to effectively deliver their bowl in a manner that won't damage the green can continue to play our wonderful sport. It does keep thousands of people involved, adding to the viability of our bowling clubs and our sport. And anyone who tells me that using a bowler's arm is an advantage over not using it, I will disagree, because if it was an advantage, why aren't any of the jackaroos using bowling arms? I've had a roll with a bowling arm and I found it exceptionally difficult. Does it give a person using one an advantage? Well, the advantage is they can continue to play. Greenkeepers don't like people shooting from the hip or the knee. It's the bowl bouncing. They're heavy enough to cause damage to whatever green surface you're on. So the arms do keep people in the sport. And there are some bowlers who are exceptionally good with the bowler's arm and compete in their region or district zone level. There are a couple of bowler's arms being used in the senior state sides players. Neil Crisp from Victoria. He's one that's cracked the senior side in the past at least. No bowler's arms in use in our state senior side or state side. Might be one or two of the ladies. Senior side, not sure there. Good effort from Peter Thow. Still Queensland holding. Oh, I'd say it's one, possibly two. Taking one out. That's going to be two conceded. Another two to Queensland. Well, they're not scoring big numbers, but 6 ends in, it's 9-0. Just accumulating these shots. They have held some good counts, but has he been good enough to reduce those counts but not get the shot so far? Clarke. Decent start without being great. Halley is playing that narrower hand. He's coming in. You do need to just make sure you keep a tight line on that side of the green, coming towards the clubhouse as they are at the moment. It's a decent start for the leads on this end. Halley, good correction with his second. A little bit of contact there has opened it up. Not quite going to come back from there. Just going to run through. Gets the edge. Sam Granata just checking to see who's got shot to favour the pink one at the front. So does Sam. He's just got the edge and, well, he's fallen in for shot there. Thought he was going to run away, but just a little wide. Good line here. Just wants to drop in underneath the Queensland bowls. Got a little touch. Oh, might have been a little unlucky and trailed it to his opponents. Sam Granata looking to see what he can play. There is a draw in on the forehand. Swing through the gap down to the jack. That's what he's going to attempt. Sister swing through that gap, right down to the jack. It's pretty well pointed. Just going to collect that bowl. Well, Tassie has two behind the head. Chance here for Peter to play the backhand side. Down to the Queensland bowl. Poke the jack through the hole. He's got his own bowls behind. Just in the area, just underneath. Got his own bowl, still got second with his, so that shot's still available. Vitally important for Sam to get another one in the head just to protect himself or get behind. So I think he can afford to reach 3 bowls on the way in or his. So turn those. Any contact is good. It gets around, you draw one to the back. Wants to pilot through the gap. Wants the gap, not going to get it. A chance for Peter to get his team on the scoreboard. And this one's gone out too wide. You saw him push that wide. Not going to get the lucky slide either, so it'll be a further shot to Queensland. They'll go to a 10-0 lead after 7 ends. Oh, decent start from Michael Clarke again. Well, he's crashed onto the Tasmanian bowl, pushed it in. Real damage. Oh, gets the dip of the lid from his skipper. Does Brad Halley. His pink hero just in behind the jack for shot. Graeme now on the map for Queensland. He'll be trying to get one in closer than that. Keep his team's scoreboard dominance going. Reasonably pointed. That'll be 2 to Tassie. Great bowl from John Burley. Graeme, this second bowl coming down forehand side. Wants this to get back a bit quicker. just going to slide past. It's great grass, just that little bit of weight held him out past the shot bowls. A bit tighter on with that weight would have been ideal, or just a yard less. Burley, he's added a couple of yards of weight. He's got the best back. Yep, stays up. It's out of shot of our camera, but so Wally Schmidt, nice draw on this hand. Just wonder if that sitting next to the jack is just that appealing to run and get him to push. Not too badly down for David Sims. Well, he's turned that one in behind the jack. That's made that a lot tighter. Will mean the jack's still visible. But it is sitting right in behind the jack now, the shot bowl. Tassie holding 3. We were holding 3. Close, but I think he's just dropped out. I think it is still 3 shots to Tassie. Asked if we know exactly how many arm bowlers there are in New South Wales. Simple answer to that is no. Probably something we could ask the clubs to report. Not certain about the accuracy there. There's not all clubs are going to accurately report that sort of figure. It just maybe don't have the capacity to completely report. It was simple when it was required to have a permit. We do know that the permits were removed as they were an unnecessary administrative barrier to people still playing bowls, and there was no doctor in the country that was going to say they would not issue a certificate. So all it was doing was forcing someone to go to a doctor for a doctor to write a letter. Unnecessary charge, and no doctor certificate could ever be knocked back. Simply had to turn up and say to the doctor, I need a statement to say that I need a bowling arm to continue to play bowls because I've got a sore knee, sore back, bad knee, bad ankle, whatever it was, and the doctor would simply issue it. Never been knocked back, never heard of anyone ever knocked back. And it was just a simple process in the office to process those, but it was time consuming. So, and an unnecessary drain on resources. Peter holding at least 2 in Tasmania. Wants this one to run a bit further. It's not going to quite get there. Sam Granata's last bowl of this 8th end. Last chance for playing a conversion so that Queensland continues their scoreboard dominance. They've won the opening 7 ends. Unless Peter Thow does something tragic with this bowl, it will be on the board. I'd say they're at least 2, possibly 3. Fairly tight line from Peter here. I'm not sure what he was trying to do. He's missed a lot though. First one removed, second one removed. They'll have a look for the third. Oh, looks like you want it, you measure it. Just the 2. Well, they are going to measure, I'm not sure. No, 2 shots to Tassie. 8 ends completed. It's now 9 shots to 2. And Tasmania, they look to make a change to length. We've been playing fairly long. Peter Thow moving up the green to indicate to his lead, Brad Halley, to roll that jack just a bit short up. And he's done pretty much that. Maybe a couple of yards. Well, it's rolled on a couple of yards, but a little bit short up. Brad Halley. Decent line. Maybe a yard shy of the jack. Doesn't make Michael Clarke change his hand. He's just going to try and draw past that bowl. Should come back nicely. Will be just a tad on the wide side. Oh, Queensland holding probably a couple after that last bowl from Graeme. Toucher for John Burley. Graeme doesn't need a great correction on his previous bowl. Pretty much in the right area. It's got a little weight on it, will hold its line. Nice tight line for Tassie here. They're actually better off to try and draw underneath the jack. Just for that mental edge to play the narrow line on that hand. Come underneath, little touch to their own, confirms the two. But sometimes it's very hard work to play that very tight line. And it is just a bit tighter coming back towards the clubhouse on that backhand side. The green itself probably has a little bit of a tightness about it. Any wind that does swirl around that corner does hold the bowl out. You can see that there. It's just held its line. Especially if there's any weight past the jack. It just seems to take a fairly straight finish. If his weight's okay, it'll come back close. Oh, that little edge has been very kind. So it's come in for third shot. I think it's third shot. That's a nicer tight line for the Queenslanders. Wants it to get down to the white-green bowl, just flop in. Oh, just a bit shy. Now, that might be a good guide for both teams, actually. Tassie will know they'll need to be inside that bowl. They can just get that jack straight down the line, they'll make a treble. For Queensland, just get inside that one flop, you'll be good. It's also an opportunity for Tassie, if they have 2 seconds, to play in between the two front pink bowls and take out the Queensland bowl. That's not the option that's being exercised by Peter Thow. He's coming in between the two pink bowls. Just needed more weight. So the banana benders, they just need to reach up under their own, just flop the white bowl. Play to draw to the white bowl, sit off it, make 2 for sure. Hit your own on the inside, you'll run in. So nice tight line, straight down towards the jack. Just give yourself a few chances there to score. Certainly got the line tightness of it pretty close to what he wanted. Well, it hasn't quite got the weight that really did hold. Well, giving it a chance. Wants the contact on the inside. Just going to find the hole. Well, Stephen Cobart cheering on Queensland. Some product of Cobar, Chris Rosan's in the Queensland side. The state men's side, not the bowling arm. Chris played for New South Wales as a junior. Gone to the maroon side. 2 further shots to Queensland. Takes them out to a 12-2 lead with 9 ends played. hope you're enjoying the coverage through Bowls New South Wales Facebook and YouTube pages of the 2024 National Bowling Arm Championships. Sides representing 6 of the Australian states are here. They're playing a 5-day round robin. Each state plays each state once each day. AM games are singles and fours, 3 games of each. Then afternoon we have pairs and triples, again 3 games of each. So we're in the morning session here of singles and fours. We've got the fours game between Tassie and Queensland. Fours definitely 15 shots, 15 ends. And this afternoon, the day 4 afternoon game. Ranks 13 to 15. New South Wales and Victoria will be featuring the triples by the looks of it. Graeme, backhand draw through his teammate's bowl. Clarke there holding shot. Just wants to get past that one. Very good effort. John Burley But contact with his own bowl. Still Queensland holding 1. Forehand draw for Queensland. Needs some cover. There is a path around that shorter bowl to draw another counter. Oh, we just had a little freeze on that camera there, by the looks of it. Oh, great ball there. I think he's managed to just jar the jack out to get shot. Yep, and Sam Granata indicates Queensland 1 down, so was a successful bowl from David Sims to just jar that bowl onto the jack. And his own catcher behind. Well, David Sims can forehand draw his own bowl just short of jack high there. Peter Thow indicating you want to draw to get a little toucher back to your own just to strengthen the position. David wants to look to see what it looks like. So the other thing to look out for on the Bowls New South Wales website, don't have a graphic for it at the moment though, is the Bowls New South Wales member conference. We'll get a graphic for that one. The Bowls New South Wales Member Conference and Partner Expo, 1st of November at Wendy Leagues. You can secure your spot. Jump on the Bowls New South Wales website for details. Steve Glasson, OAM, will be our guest speaker. We'll have a number of workshops and sessions available. Player Awards night before, Thursday, 31st of September. Looking forward to see who is awarded the Bowler of the Year in various categories. Also some nominations for various awards are now open as well. So BowlsNSW.com.au and check out the news. You'll see links to all of that information. Tassie holding one shot. Peter Thow wants to get around that front bowl. He's just going to be a little on the narrow side, little contact. Oh, maybe not narrow, but just not quite there enough. Sam Granata. If he finds the hole, it's all right. It's just not going to quite get there, though. Well, the only Schmidt says on her way down to East Maitland Go, Queensland. I'm guessing she's watching Wally, sharing the surname. Peter Thow wants it to turn. Just going to shave past the jack. Well, that attacking shot, I thought it was the pink bowl that was shot, but no, it's the Queensland bowl at the front. So they'll just edge that a little bit further ahead again, or is... Oh no, it was one to Tassie. They have signalled. Tassie has taken the mat, so the signal was a little bit confusing. 10 ends played, 5 to go. Decent start from the two leads. This time it's Brad Halley who's got the great bowl there. Well, serial pest Peter Thornton commenting there, saying about how small a world it is. Well, 9 degrees of separation, you're going to know someone everywhere. Peter won't mind me calling him a serial pest either. He'll take that as a badge of honour. We call him that in a very nice way. One of the greenkeepers now in this area. Graeme his turn on the mat. To apologise for a little rattle there of the headphones. Yeah, the headphones do push slightly on the ears and catch the glasses arms. Can't see without the glasses, can't hear without the cans, so just got to adjust them every now and then. Chance for John Burley to draw in and match the back Queensland bowl. Wants this to run through. It's not quite done it. It's very, very good home. Shot still there for Queensland though. Play that tighter hand just to slightly overplay. Just up over the draw. Can now sit that mint green bowl just behind, but ideally coming down to the jack. Just bringing the jack back to their own. Second prize. Sits at the second shot. But Tassie now has the shot to draw to that last bowl. Just give it a little nudge, rolling off it, restore 3. Bowls New South Wales preparing to announce the venue for the 2025 Women's Carnival. I know there are plenty of people clamouring for that. Well, over 300 entries last year. Lots of entries last year. Wants the jack. Oh, he's got shot bowl jack and the second wood. Turned it out and stayed. So Queensland, I do think they got 3 second woods. I do think it's still 1 to Tassie. David Sims, he'll be playing that narrow line. He can turn his own bowl up. He can just slide past and sit in amongst the Queensland bowls. That one just turned a bit more than he expected. Wally is looking for the pink bowl. Just going to slide underneath. Weight was pretty good. Just a reminder, the points table. Victoria on top after 2 days. Ahead of Queensland, New South Wales, Western Australia, Tassie and South Australia. Well, Peter Thow wants this to turn back. He wants to just flop off the Queensland bowls. Can get the edge of that one and come in. Well, it's close to a result. Wonder if Queensland will play a little bit more aggressive because of that position. Yep, can get the inside of that. picked up the jack. Run it back. Couple down at least. Queensland probably holding at least two. Plenty of room. Well, good enough. Probably in a position where you wouldn't try and rip it out either. It's short of the jack. Draw for Sam Granata. Last bowl of this end. The 11th. Oh, I think it's 1-2. Nice. 1-2 Tassie. Can have a look at the other bowls, but measure for second. Just the one. Matt, a little bit further up the green now. Tasmania just deciding they're going to play a slightly shorter length. Brad Halley's first bowl of this 12th end on its way. Again, he's got a good line, just left it a little bit on the shy side. Clarke. Just have a bit of speed on this. Just going to run through. So Brad holding one. Would like another yard on his previous bowl. Looks to be a bit tighter with this one. He's going to run down towards the jacks. Good effort. Michael, big correction to make, and got his skipper's interest. Just wants to miss the pink. It's in for shot. Great bowling. Asked if we can give a little shout out for Westbury Bowling Club in Tasmania from Brad. Trust you guys are watching on and enjoying the action and seeing your man in action. Queensland holding the one at the moment. John Burley trying to fix that. Gets hold of the bowl, pushes it through. Stays, so he'll pinch the shot with that bowl. Up to Graeme to try and draw another. Got a couple of chances on this hand. His own to push up or sneak through and sit that bowl. Got a nice little rub. May have come in enough. Still plenty of room. David Sims looking to add to this count for Tassie. Just giving that one a little bit of too much of a push. Wally Schmidt. Interesting technique. Puts his left arm behind his back. He just uses it to counterbalance. Bit of a tight line. Might be a result for him. Not quite there with the weight though. David Sims, last bowl of the 12th. To draw in. Just pushes the pink bowls in there. Brad Halley's may even have managed to get in for a counter. His last bowl. A bit of a swinging. Well, gets out one of the pink balls. Peter. David Sims bowl on the way in. Wants to miss it and run down. Hasn't quite sent it. So if you have just tuned in, you're watching the 2024 National Bowling Arm Championship. There are sides from 6 of the states. Well, that's one way to do it. Get the stud and run. That one will be the shot. So sides representing 6 of the states. We've got Tasmania playing Queensland on our feature ink in this round. The Blues, New South Wales Woomers are playing Victoria today, and it's South Australia, Western Australia, the other matchup. This afternoon we will shift our focus. Players will move to another green, and we'll have we'll have New South Wales Woomers and Victoria, and one of the triples clashes will be featured. And that will be day 3 done and dusted. 2 days remaining after this. 10 rounds in total. Each state plays the other one on a day. And the morning session is singles and fours. The afternoon, pairs and triples. Well, that was his own bowl that went. Queensland holding at least one now. I think that one's just run through too far. There's 1. 2 shots more to Queensland. 3 ends remain, and Queensland in a fairly comfortable position, 14-5 leaders. Well, good start from Michael Clarke. Just puts the pressure back to Brad Halley to set his team up. The Queenslanders have been fairly dominant in the scoring so far. Could have been a lot worse for Tassie. Peter Thow in the first few ends made a couple of big saves, and on the second end or third end, I think it was, the big save. I think he cut 7 shots out with his last bowl. I think the Queenslanders were holding 8 during that end, but Peter cut it back to 1, so that was a big save. But since then, the Queenslanders have just accumulated on the most of the ends to now lead 14-5. 3 to go. quietly done about their work and done what's needed. Decent bowl from Graeme. They've just been that little bit better than the Tasmanians thus far. Burley, however, he's trying to get in. Just caught that hand. Coming towards the clubhouse, he's just that little bit wider. Bowl really does hold its line, particularly in the dying stages. Must start on a very tight line. This one looks a bit closer to what's needed. Okay, just a little bit wide. Burley with his second attempt. It's a tighter line with this one. This looks a lot closer. It's just run through a fraction, but is the shot, according to Skip Peter Thow. On the live view outside, yes, that probably is well and truly the shot. Wally Schmidt. He's also got the idea with that grass line now. It's his own bowl on the way in. He can get a little touch on that. Just drift past. I think he's done enough, yes. Sam Granata says you've got it with that one. Dilemma now, that one's in the way. Here's a chance to still play backhand down to that shot bowl. Probably requires less weight than forehand shot to it. A little bit of issue, there's traffic in the way, so don't mind the shot to just reach up backhand. Chance for the jack as well. Don't want big weight. Just want enough to hold your line up to the shot bowl or the jack. Just going to slide through. Unfortunately, enough weight to push his own bowl out. Queenslanders up to 3 shots, according to Sam. That's the trouble if you're playing reaching weight without having multiple bowls in the head. You run the risk of a little tragic clunk on the wrong bowl. Wally, he's going to give that one another belt. It's gone even further out of the head. It's not a bad home. Well, no clear draw in. I think he's going to play a very similar shot again. It's okay if you back yourself and you get a result, but whatever you do here, you need to be effective. It's going to come down to his weight. It's not too bad at all. Wants to get the inside of that bowl. It's going to fall in. Probably still 2 down. do hope you are enjoying our broadcast on Bowls New South Wales Facebook and YouTube channels. We're coming to you live from East Maitland Bowling Club with the 2024 National Bowling Arm Championships. There's 6 states competing here over 5 days, playing each other in a singles and fours this morning, pairs and triples this afternoon. This afternoon we'll have the New South Wales Warmerers taking on the Victorian arm bowlers. Everybody in this event using a bowling arm, one of the conditions of play. Victoria apparently has been the side to beat, and they currently lead the table. Queensland, New South Wales, very close together, about 2/3 of the points, 3/4 of the points of Victoria. So the Warmerers can get a few wins against Vic. They can do a bit of a catch-up. Be hoping that Tassie takes a few ranks off the Queenslanders as well. Peter Thow, well, he's just turned that one in. It's 3 to Queensland as this head stands, at least 3. Not sure about the back one. I think the front bowl does beat that. Sam Granata, he'll be looking to draw another shot. And that, or he's looking to cover the back completely. Wants this to come back, right back on the inside of that bowl. I don't know if he's turned in enough to count. So Peter's already on the mat, ready to play. He's taken a very tight, aggressive line with this. Wants it to hold up. He's just going to crash on the short bowl. So it's I think it's another 3. No, I might have a look at the 4th as well. He will have a look at the 4th, and we'll get a measure on it. Two ends remaining after this one. Three shots to Queensland. They go out to a 17-5 lead. Two ends remaining. Queensland well in control of this fours game. 12 shots in front with those 2 ends to go. Jack right to the tee. So just a few community service announcements. Just to remember that we will be live again this afternoon with round 6 here on day 3 of the 2024 National Bowling Arm Championships. We will have a triples match this afternoon between the Warmerers, the New South Wales team, and Victoria. I don't know who it is yet. They do allocate their teams round by round. So we will see. You can also check out the information on the Bowls New South Wales website. That's BowlsNSW.com.au. All about our member conference coming up on the 1st of November. Players Awards also about to be announced. Nominations now open for several categories. Check that out, BowlsNSW.com.au. Also, we have the state finals of the over 40s pairs at the end of October. draws and all the details also on the Bowls New South Wales website. And of course, the state mixed pairs entries now open. 32 teams will run through to the state finals in March next year at Ballina, part of our state championship final series. And if you do have any questions, of course, you can pop them on the Facebook feed. I'll try to answer them as much as possible during our matches. You can also send your queries through. There's contact details on the website. If you're looking for the results of this, there is a link in both the description of the game on both the Facebook and YouTube feeds. Link to the results. It is on Bowls Link, on a competition managed by East Maitland Bowling Club. Most of the games are now hitting the completion. Second last end in progress. Pink bowl nearest the Jack Brad Halley's. The next one out's the Queenslanders, Michael Clarke's, I think that one is. Graeme might be playing his second bowl, looking to get closer than the pink one. Duffed the grass with this one. Could get his own up. Oh, that is one way to get the shot. No celebration, just a little acknowledgement. Oh, he's turned up the pink bowl, so that's still one to Tassie. Or one to Tassie now. second last end. We're down to the skipper's bowls. Queensland pretty much in control. We will play all ends because margins, shots will come into play to determine placings if necessary. Very tight line from Sam, the Queensland skipper. Wants to get the pink bowl out, but he's got the jack right through to the ditch. Get out. So the jack marker is above. Can see on the little inset. Just move that so it's a bit clearer and in the ditch. Can see that the bowl is marking the position of the jack and the jack marker. Hard to see on our main screen, but it is in the bottom right corner. It's on the top left as we look at the other view from the side. Peter on the mat, about to deliver. Wants to get past his own bowl by a metre. He's given this a fair chance, just needs to stay up and in. But didn't, so it's another 2 to Queensland. So with one end to go, they are well and truly going to win this game. It's a question of by how many. So we do trust you have enjoyed so far the broadcast here on Bowls New South Wales Facebook or YouTube of the 2024 National Bowling Arm Championships. Don't forget that we will be live again this afternoon. The advertised start time is 1:30. We may be underway a little bit before that, depending on the teams getting out there to play, for a New South Wales Woomers versus Victorian armed bowlers triples game. Not sure who we've got yet. That's the lucky dip. And that will be around 6 on day 3. 2 more days remaining. Can choose to subscribe to the Bowls New South Wales feeds on YouTube or like us. Included on their feeds and notifications on Facebook. It's a pretty good start from the Queensland lead to finish it off. Michael Clarke using the Hallmark Edge. It's a sort of a grey-green colour. Brad Halley finishing off Aero, the pink bowls. Just needs half a yard or so on his previous bowl. Just going to hang out. He's got a bit of extra weight. Really does hold the line on that hand, with especially with any weight. A bit of encouragement out there from the crowd cheering. Cannot hear that from our position inside, unfortunately. And we don't have microphones attached to our cameras at this stage. We might be able to add them in the future. Not sure how it comes in through the NDI system, the audio. Let's give it a try. Just a little wide there. Through by around a metre. Graeme's last bowl of this game. Wants this a metre less than his previous. Drop in behind. Be happy with that effort. Oh no, it's back with his first. He didn't correct at all. John Burley. His first effort on this last end. His second effort, sorry. Just wants to get inside that bowl. It's just going to hang on the line. Wally. Oh, he's just crashed on the pink bowl. Pink bowl's Brad Halley's, so not his own. It's a Tasmanian bowl. David Sims also quick and wide. Wally Schmidt. Oh, this could turn in. Just going to hold. Last little finish on this direction, not coming back, so one bowl left before the skippers come to play theirs. David Sims, he's taken a much tighter line. Speed, will he get back to the jack? No, he won't, so it's still 2 to Queensland. 4 bowls remaining in this game. So if you are looking for the results from any of the rounds, click the link in the description of the game, both on YouTube and on Facebook. There's a link to the results which are being collated on BowlsLink. So there's a result for each of the individual games and all the side results. A ladder, a player ladder, all sorts of information there that you can analyse to your heart's content. course, the live streams are not deleted. They're archived and available for all the matches we broadcast. That's a great bowl from Sam Granata because he's pushed out the closest Tasmanian bowl, and I could be 4 shots there. Not sure about the 5th one. I think it's just out, but angle's deceptive. Not looking for too much different with this one. Just probably a little bit less weight. Doesn't want to punch his own bowls out. Has taken a bit more grass to this, I think. Wants it to turn back. Oh, out of the count, that one. Can Peter Thow finish with a shot? Good line. Wants the jack. Really needs the jack. Going to miss the jack and run through. So there's the final end will be a reasonable count to Queensland. 2 removed so far. They'll have a look at the others. That's 3. That's 4. I think that one will be 5, and that'll be it. They are going to have a look. So as the players measure here, we do thank you for joining us. We look forward to your company this afternoon. We'll watch the last measure. 4 removed already, measuring for the 5th. That's the closest Tassie bowl that's had the tape on it. And we'll have a look at that one. So 5 shots to Queensland to finish off. They end up with a 24-5 victory. So we do thank you for joining us, and we look forward to your company this afternoon for the National Bowling Arm Championships. But for now, it's farewell.